This is the DBN 900 from Makita. It is 30 to 34 degrees. There is a DBN 901, which is the 20 to 22 degrees. Those are the numbers for most of the world. If you're in the US, quite short in the body there. It's made of polycarbonate, which is nice. Big rafter hook on the side. Wow, when it comes to weight, this thing feels pretty bloody heavy, to be honest. As well as that rafter hook on the other side, of course, we've got a belt hook here. The magazine, good spring there. This is metal of some description. This bit on the end here is plastic. It's kind of more compact in places, yet not so much on the head. Look at the size of this. This is very wide, but it'll sit like that, which is nice. I do like nail guns that sit like that, so you can plonk it down like that and then pick it up. It's nice and easy to pick up when you're standing. It's a bit awkward here on the bench, but when you put it down on the ground, it's nice and easy. Now this particular one is going to be a little bit different to the one most of you are going to get, because if you live in New Zealand, you're going to get one like this. And if you're in the rest of the world, you're going to get one that is a bit different just here. But it is what it is. So in this part of the world, you've got to go boom, pull the trigger, boom, pull the trigger. You can't leave your finger on the trigger and go bang, 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 bang. It's ironic as well that these are made in Japan when, if you think New Zealand laws are bad, in Japan they're not allowed to sell these at all. You need a firearms license to have one of these. So they won't even sell this in Japan. It takes an 18 volt LXT Makita battery. Any amp power, as long as it's an LXT battery, on it will go. I'll test it later to see if it works with the 14 volt ones too, eh? So we're going to take a look at the tips. AG/rigid. Milwaukee, vastly different there from the AEG. And then Makita, sort of offset this one. You can see it's narrow on this side and wide on this side. Got some very aggressive teeth on the very sides. The front bit very similar to the Milwaukee, but yeah, far more aggressive on the sides. The Ryobi, which is the same as the AEG/rigid, and the Hikoki, once again got those sort of similar spikes on the front as the Milwaukee and the Makita, but not so much on the side. It does have some a bit further back on the side. Taking a look at the size of these things, the AEG/rigid and the Ryobi are taller than the rest, then the Milwaukee, then the Makita and the Hikoki are similar in height. But if you look at the width of them, like the Makita is a big unit. It's pretty wide, much wider than the Milwaukee, and it's even wider than the Hikoki, which is surprising. The Makita is massive. Look at the top of this thing. Let's push these to the side. So if we have a look at the end there, it's a weird shape. It's sort of rectangular. The Hikoki was previously sort of the biggest. I mean, look at that. The Milwaukee is much smaller. Doesn't stand up as well though. Look, the Milwaukee doesn't stand, which is annoying. I like that the AEG does stand, because like I said, you want to just stick it down and then pick it back up again. It's in the perfect sort of angle. Those two do it beautifully. But look at the size of that Makita. She's a big old beast. The nails in the rails, the nails in the magazine, 50mm to 90mm, of course. Now, don't be alarmed when it doesn't fire this nail in too deep. I've got it wound right back, so it shouldn't go in flush yet. So this is it, first fire, maiden fire. I'm excited. Here we go. Oh, I better turn it on, might help, eh? Turn it on first. And 3, 2, 1. Not bad. So it's sitting up enough to get my fingernail underneath it, but not much more. Now let's wind it all the way back, baby. Let's see how deep this sucker will punch. What did you think of the sound of it? Right, there we go. We are fully wound down. Here we go, the first real fire. How deep does she go? Oh, that's pretty nice. Now this is into just some treated pine framing timber. I'm gonna now empty the magazine So I've got one strip of nails in there. I'm just going to go bang, 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 see how fast we can go and see how many nails are left when it locks out. Presumably it locks out. Okay, here we go. Locked out. Now, it wasn't able to go terribly fast there. I did, a couple of times it didn't fire. Let's just see how many nails slide out of this thing, if they'll slide out, and fall on the floor. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 nails left when it cuts out. Stop you from shooting it dry. Now this is paper collated nails, as you can see, and they are D heads or clipped heads. Right, how about these? These are Hilti branded, they're stainless steel, full round head, and they're a bit thinner than these ones. They are, as you can see, they've got a plastic sort of wire between them, and it shouldn't have any problem firing these because they don't overlap too much. So let's try that. When it comes to putting nails in, if you've ever used a framing nailer before, well, you know how that goes. Just slide them in, pull that back, boom, ready to go. Super quick and easy. Let's go. Fires those in no problem. So if I let the tool sort of bounce, it'll look like this. Haven't got earmuffs on at the moment. It's not too loud, which is nice. So, and if I stop it from bouncing, we'll check the recoil. So you can control the recoil pretty well. That wasn't jumping much on those shots at all. And they've gone in pretty damn deep. Let's have a close-up. So as you can see, they're sunk good and proper. This is the first one I did before I wound everything down. Didn't stick out too much. And these were some of the ones where I let the recoil bounce just a moment ago. That's what those ones were. And then once I started letting them go in, they went in good and proper, those full head nails. So this is the type of nails I was just using. These are, as I say before, 90mm clipped head nails, framing nails, what most people use to build houses and the like in this country. Paper collated is a generic brand. And the gun, of course, will also fire stainless ones. There's no difference when you're using a nail gun to firing galvanized, brights, or stainless. They're all the same. It's not like a rivet tool where you need a bit more power for stainless. And they come in all sorts of sizes from 50mm up to 90mm. So that's what this gun will do. That's what it's rated at, 50mm up to 90. Then we've got those round head ones that I just used, the Hilti ones. Fired those no problem with that spacing between them. See, these ones are hard against each other. This one has the spacing. These nails it will not fire in theory, so they're round head. These are for doing oh, I thought there was one here, sorry, about to swing away to take a shot of it and it's not sitting there. These are for brackets, joist hangers, that sort of stuff, and they're only 38mm, so in theory it won't fire those. And then we've got these, which I like using for fencing because they have full round heads. So they've got full round heads, but they're collated hard up against each other. A little bit more. A little bit more. This is a powerful nail gun. I'm backed right off now. And that's sort of just sticking up there. A little bit of a mark there from the striker, but fired them no problem, nothing jamming up, so that is a big positive as far as I'm concerned. Man, it smashed them in, holy moly. Makita through 3 18mm sheets of ply and some flashing into some more ply. No bother at all. Good and deep. nails. These look real nice for going in on an angle like that. Oh yeah, look at that. You can get it down on a real tight angle. What happens if I fire a nail here? That's what I thought it might do. It ended up in the tree over there. So be careful, it'll fire on some pretty steep angles. This is an 18 volt tool. Where's the XGT model? Well, there is no XGT one yet, but yes, there will be one, of course. So the weight, yeah, it's heavy. The balance helps a little bit, but if you're using this above your head, well, it's heavier than everything else. The magazine, I prefer to every other one I've got. It is nice. It releases nicely. It slides real nice. The nails, like I said earlier, come out super nice. It is a very nice magazine. Thankfully, I haven't had to use the built-in tool storage here for an Allen key for undoing the front if you have a jam, but haven't used it enough to have a jam yet. Thankfully, this one does like them, so it means I can fire most things through this. Most nails, but not these sort of joist hanger bracket style nails. Although, they do go in all right. Well, it's a good way to show you the shape here. Look at the shape of that striker. It's interesting, isn't it? Not quite what I expected. It's made a nice deep hole. And there's our nail. In a bit of an awkward position. It's not designed for these sort of things. These have special guns just for firing these nails alone. But now that they've got the basic unit, they can make one just by changing out the tip here a little bit and maybe changing the magazine. Anyway, is this the first decent nail gun Makita have made? One that can stand up with everybody else? Yes, I think it is. Apart from that weight issue, that's the only real problem. But I guess that's it, eh?